What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I played Bedwars, but every time I died, I had to bike a mile in real life. This is a pretty interesting concept. It was actually pretty cool to do, so I might do some similar stuff in the future depending on how well this video does. If you do like it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, it helps out a lot. Anyhow, let's get into this. So this is going to be a voiceover. I wasn't commentating much during the game. So I'm going to be buying just a little bit of blocks here. Now, I've never really played on Playground much. It was last on rotation a while back, I think, or maybe not, but I haven't played on like over a year. So I don't really know the strats too much, but I'm going to be diamond rushing. And this guy hasn't built a bridge to diamonds yet, so we're just going to grab the diamonds, buy ourselves prot, because I figured I don't want to die. Every time I die, I have to bike a mile, so I'm going to try to minimize my death here by adding some more defensive stat to my character, I guess. I'm going to be buying a stone sword just to help out a bit in the fight here. For some reason my mouse appears on screen, so I just had to open my escape menu up real quick. So I thought this guy was god bridging. I don't think he actually was, but I decided to take about 2 hearts of fall damage for no reason, but we are able to 180 him and get the kill. So now we're going to be heading to his base at 2.5 hearts, which is definitely the play. You know, when you're trying not to die, always rush people at low health. Be that aggressive non who... anyhow, we're basically just stalled on the bridge for a while. I wanted him to come on the bridge so I could hit him off. He didn't do it because he was smart. So I sped that up a bit because I figured it took a while. And this guy actually buys a KB stick, which is very interesting because he's not able to knock me off. And because he had the KB stick, he didn't do enough damage to kill me. He did land 1 crit with his wood sword, so I'm at about half health here. I decided to go into the fight, and that was a mistake. I get almost killed here. So I thought he was following me, but this guy is very passive. And I'm able to lure him back out here, so unless I play this perfectly, I'm going to die. But we're able to get 3 free hits on him and then land a 4th, barely taking him out, so pretty close there. Now we're going to be heading back to the diamond gen, but I don't really figure picking up any of the diamonds yet because there's not much that has spawned since I was last here. At some point I should probably buy a trap, but again, I'm playing by how many deaths I take, not how many beds I lose. If I lose the game, then that's going to suck, but every time I lose, that would be 2 miles. So I could just wait 6 seconds for new emeralds, but since I'm so impatient, I just decided to pass up the best resource in the game and head over to get not as good resource, but Prot 2 is still going to be very handy to me if I buy it. So I decide to head to Gray Base. Gray team has been eliminated, so I can buy Prot 2. We're now going to be heading over to Pink. I almost walk off the map because I'm stupid, except I'm able to block glitch. I feel like half of the block glitches you'll ever see on YouTube are people just like walking off the map and then saving themselves. So we're now going to be bridging over to Pink team, and we take a bit of fall damage, and now we're going to be toweling up a bit. Unfortunately I jump, I don't know why I did that, but I'm able to block glitch, and because I have such high protection level, this guy, despite landing way more hits on me, is not able to kill me. And now we're going to be running back to, because A, we have a lot of gold. I figure I want to buy a golden apple, and B, I don't really want to die, so we're now heading back, buying a golden apple, and we're now going to be heading back into this fight here. This guy has a jump boost, which is interesting. I don't really want to fight him on a bridge, especially if he has jump boost. So instead we're going to let him go on the bridge here, and coming up is the highest IQ death you will ever see in Bedwars. This is like the best death ever. Yeah, guys, I'm the best Bedwars player. So our death counter is now at 1, and this was actually the only death I had this game, so that was pretty cool. But we're now going to be heading back to mid here. I figure at this point there's only one other team with a bed, but first I'm going to be throwing these diamonds on the bridge, so that way if I do decide to come back, there could be an opportunity for 4 more diamonds to spawn in the gen, and then I can get Prot 3. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be picking up the emeralds. Since there's 2 in every gen, I'm going to be buying a diamond armor. Obsidian isn't going to help me out much because the point is to not die, rather than die a bunch and still have bed. So this guy actually decides to jump boost me. He only has a wood sword, which is not going to end well for him. He almost hits me off the edge though, so fortunately we are able to hit him off the edge and he tries to ender pearl. Unfortunately, he ender pearls into the ground. So now we're going to be heading back to Gray Base with the 9 emeralds. I make a bit of a risky jump there, but it didn't matter too much. I mean, it saved like a second or two of time. And we're just going to be buying diamond armor and putting the emeralds away in our ender chest. So now it's just white team. I don't know what white team's been doing the whole game. I haven't seen them the whole game. I think they took out Aqua fairly early into the game, so they might be kind of good. But yeah, by the looks of their bed defense, they don't seem very confident in their PvP. So we're going to be hiding here. I didn't even know this was a spot on Playground, but this seems to be a pretty good spot to hide. This guy jumps out of his forge. He has absolutely 0 upgrades. He has like a lot of gold, it looks like. He decides to fireball me, and I realize he's endstone, which is not good. But since he fireballed me and died, I got all his resources, including enough iron to buy an iron picks. That is very good. I don't know what happens there. Some weird snapback or something. I promise I'm not using like kill or aim assist. So it's just a weird head snap there. Don't cancel me for hacking. I don't hack. Anyhow, this guy respawns and he is pretty much no gears. This is GG's. So I figured, you know, 1 mile, it's nothing. That's like not enough to be a good video. So I decided to play some Pro Fight on Mineman Club. This is actually a new game mode. Pretty cool game mode on Mineman. They have it on like other servers, but those servers either have too high ping or it's just not a good game mode on the server. So we're gonna be playing it here. We're going up against some guy. I think it's like vegan full or something. Anyhow, we get hit off, so that's another mile right there. That kind of sucks. And I jump off the edge. I'm the highest IQ player, calculated play, but we do get the clutch. That was actually a pretty sick clutch. Those clutches are a lot harder than they look. You know, Specular makes those look easy. They're hard as hell to do. I say I make like maybe 1 in every 20 of those, but yeah, absolutely useless clutch because I do end up dying anyway, but still kind of cool clip. So now we're at 3 deaths, and we're gonna have to come back from a 1v3 in terms of lives. But you know, I'm pretty confident I can do it. I mean, this guy isn't the absolute best. He takes knockback, which is good. I feel like half the Pro Fight and Sumo players you play against just don't take any KB whatsoever. You know, they butterfly click 20 million CPS and just don't move. So now we can basically just be toxic and spawn kill this guy, and this is hopefully gonna give us the win here. Don't spawn kill people, but you know, I wanted to win this game after that clutch earlier, so we are able to win this game. This map is pretty much impossible to clutch on. It's so hard. It's the worst map, but yeah, here we are. We're gonna get into the bike ride now. So we're gonna be going 3 miles from my house. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a GoPro. I mean, I have a GoPro, but I don't have a micro SD card yet. Things are like insanely overpriced right now because of supply shortages from COVID. But I'll be getting one soon, so I can actually use a GoPro rather than biking with one hand while filming with my phone, which I found to be kind of difficult to do. I was having one hand on my handlebars maximum during this whole ride. You know, most of the time I was biking without hands because it's just easier, but yeah.
We're heading about 20 miles an hour right now. I see the video's a bit shaky, but should hopefully be fine.
Now we're going to be transitioning here. Basically just save a little time on the video. I basically just biked forward and up a hill. That's all you missed here. So now we are almost at the half-mile mark right here, and now we will be going forward a bit and down a hill. So this is actually a pretty cool hill near where I live. Again, you don't really see the hill much because of the camera effect, but it's a fairly steep hill. Really nice to go down, kind of horrible to go up. But we're able to get fairly fast here, and we're going to be speeding ahead with the, you know, replay, because I figure no one really wants to sit here and watch me bike for 20 minutes straight.
How's it going, everyone? We're sitting about a mile.
We're going to keep going now. And yeah, it's actually a pretty nice ride. I did this probably, you know, kind of close to the evening, so it was good lighting too. For those of you who just like play Minecraft and grind all day, like, you know, I get it, like people like to grind, but at the same time, like, you should get outside. It's actually really important, I think, in my opinion, to just get outside for at least a few minutes, get a little bit of exercise. I actually was outside for over 4 hours earlier this day, so this is like my 4.5, additional 30 minutes of outdoor time. But it's always good to just have a life outside of the block game, I do quite a bit of stuff outside of the block game, but we don't need to talk about that here. So we're going to be heading, just fasting forward a bit, because basically it's just me biking with horrible camera quality, because my camera's shaking all over the place since I don't have it mounted anywhere aside from my hand. But this is a nice flat stretch here, so the camera quality isn't too bad. Now the thing is, there's no walk sign, but that's a green light, and since I'm a bike, I technically count as a vehicle, so I can just go when the light is green. Yeah, this is amazing camera quality.
We're now approaching the 2 mile mark.
Pro photographer in the making. No, I'm joking. Once I get the GoPro set up, it's gonna be a lot better for this type of stuff. But gonna be just keep going. We're almost at the 2nd mile mark. We actually passed the 1st mile mark here, so we'll be turning at about the 2nd mile mark. Give ourselves slightly over a 3 mile ride.
Well,
so
this
here's
is it.
the
We're now
2nd
2
mile,
miles.
and we're gonna be now heading back. I actually know some of those people there, but I was recording, so I didn't stop there. So this is like the side. There's a really nice bike trail parallel to this that I went on here. On the way back, I'm going on a different trail. This is kind of the sidewalk, but it's not a horrible sidewalk. I haven't biked on the sidewalk much.
Going about 18 right now.
There's no reason to, but we're gonna keep going here. So we're gonna be speeding back ahead up. So I actually do get stuck at a light for about 2 minutes straight. This is like a somewhat of a longer light for my town, because I live in a fairly small town. So they're not like super long lights here. It's not like a massive city. There's actually some really nice bike paths in this town, but now I'm gonna be going on ahead here.
Not used to accelerating with only one hand. It's kind of sketchy there, but we're all good.
We're gonna be fasting forward again. I figure might as well cut back on some of the video time. No one needs to see a 50-minute video here, but well, no, it only took me about 15 minutes to do this whole thing. But we're gonna be heading here. We're going about 20 miles an hour. Of course, it looks faster because of the speed up, but we're going back. We're almost back at that park we were at earlier.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
So, the good thing is that chain thing, or that noise, was actually nothing. It was fine. Unfortunately, the video cut out for a minute. I think the video I was doing just cut out for some weird reason. So I didn't realize until a little later, but I started the video back up, going up the hill that I went down earlier. This hill is kind of rough to go up, but we're able to make it up.
Video cut out for a bit there, sorry. It is way steeper than it looks.
Again, since there's no cars here, it is legal to actually go through the stop sign in my state if there are no cars. So that's what we do. There's no cars at the intersection. Of course, because of my amazing filming and camera quality, you're not really able to see anything aside from the ground. But, we'll be getting that GoPro set up soon.
Bit of a downhill stretch. Yeah, sit up, let go of the bar, stretch. This has been pretty cool so far. Almost back.
Now, I do apologize. Unfortunately, my bell pretty much went ballistic the whole time. It's like a weird bell, so whenever it hits a bump, it makes noise, which is why it's ringing the entire ride. It gets annoying over time, but, it is what it is. I should probably replace the bell on this thing. I should probably do that. But anyhow, we're almost back at home. There is a giant, well, not a giant hill. It's very steep, but it's pretty short, which is good. So we're gonna be turning onto the street right here, and again with the camera effect, you don't see exactly how steep it is, but it is a fairly steep hill. So I almost fall off the bike because I was trying to gear down with one hand. Which I do not recommend you do, and I was trying to also bike up this hill with one hand. I ended up putting both hands on handlebar here, which is why the camera
which I can put down the
which is why the camera angle just pretty much dies here. So yeah, it should hopefully get better once we get to the top. But yeah, this hill, you just go into low gear and you're fine.
Sorry for the bad footage there. Had to put my hand on the bar to move up. Well, we're almost back. Let's see, we've gone almost 3 miles. We'll call it at 3. Well, everyone, there you have it. Once I get my GoPro set up, it'll be a lot easier to go a lot farther because I won't have to bike with 1 and 0 hands. So you might do some more challenges where maybe I die more or something, because I'd definitely be down for biking 50 miles on this. I've done it before, but it's just hard without with having to hold the phone the whole way. So anyhow, I'll see y'all.